I'm static, roaming through your radio, an interference to the signal, disturbance to your favorite show. I'm panic, playing back in stereo. I was stranded by the ripple of this broken speaker code.
I hope you all enjoy the splendors of American technology as much as I do that introduction. And if you cannot detect the sarcasm in my voice, then welcome to this show where we discuss the agrarian lifestyle of people during the years of 1865 to 1870. That's not true. That's not what we do. This is the Pigeonhole. I know I just got some Southern constitutionalist conservatives out of the show because I know all of them are listening to this rather than living in their agrarian lifestyle, smoking their Virginia tobaccos and they're reading their Shelby Foots. But this is Evan from the Pigeonhole. I have nothing against these Southern agrarians, but I just don't think any of them are listening to this show right now. This is the Pigeonhole. Once a month, you go into the Styles Rebel Radio Discord page and you submit it into the Styles Rebel Radio Discord page. It can be anything at this point. It can be videos, it can be pictures, it can be memes, it can be the most horrible things that you find on Reddit. It can be almost anything. And this show has been around for a couple of years now, almost 4 years, and I'm surprised it has not been canceled once because of the things that I've said and the things that are sent to me by you lovely people. And this is where you listen to a young man bitch for 25 minutes. I know it may not be appealing to those, but, you know, maybe it is. Maybe if you want to get into the hearts and the minds of the American youth, this is where you go. Or maybe not. If you want to get into the hearts and the minds of the American youth, you could just go into a fraternity hazing event. Or you can just go into the middle of the city, in which Thomas Jefferson called cities, to a democracy, cities are as a sore is to the body. That's what Thomas Jefferson said. And I keep saying these things in a Southern accent, even though I don't really know if Thomas Jefferson had a Southern accent or not. Does that matter? No. It does not matter because that man had beautiful handwriting. Isn't this exciting? Isn't this exciting? This is what the show is on about. You know what? I'm just going to hit all the key words. There we go. Nick Fuentes. There we go. I think I mentioned him 2 episodes in a row. Nick Fuentes, Nick Freitas. What are some other ones? The Daily Wire, Ben Shapiro. There we go. I'm just gonna list it off because the algorithm and the AI and the algorithm is just they're gonna shit their britches when they hear me say this, because this is how the system works now. The system is run by almost like the applicant tracking system when you're trying to find a job, rather than just somebody going and actually reading your job resume with a little bit of bias. Maybe we should have a little bit of bias when we're in our job resumes, rather than the applicant tracking system not even reading your resume and just scanning over it, because people use ChatGPT to tailor their resumes for the applicant tracking system. And it's just AI hiring more AI. That's just something to sit on, something to pontificate on. Let it percolate in your mind. But first thing that was sent into the Pigeonhole was by Dirty Pete. And it is saying that the Google Earth car has broken into my apartment and it's taking pictures of my balls. You heard right, folks. The Google Earth car will drive up to your house and it will take pictures of your scrotum, of your nuts, of your of your private parts. This is a true story. When I was in, I believe, kindergarten or first grade, my dad was a paramedic and he was also an RN. So he used medical terms to describe my private parts growing up, and I used to call my balls scrotum. I used to call it unironically because that's what I was taught. And I got hit in the balls one time when I was I got hit in the balls when I was in the playground, and I went up to my teacher and I said, "Mrs. Gay, my scrotum hurts." It's true. It's true. I was like a 6-year-old kid, 7-year-old kid. And it happened. Now that I have the Gen Alpha's attention because I said the famous words, in which I will say it's just a rage bait and it's worked. I would say the culmination of all of the rage bait in meme history has come up to 2 numbers, and that's 6-7. I have never seen more people agitated by 2 numbers than 6-7, and I believe that's the point. I think that's the point, y'all. And if you're still getting offended by it, you're falling for it. You're a little fish. You're a little fish right now that's hooked, and you're getting towards the surface, and you're gasping for air. You're gasping for air through your gills, but nope. 6-7. 6-7. Next one was also by Dirty Pete. What is this? Is this Sonic's? Oh, this is what's the gator's name from Sonic? Either way, he's saying women bright up the world. That's why it's called Broad Daylight. That's a good one. Broad Daylight. So, no, I'm not going to resort this show to just very trashy puns. I'm not going to, because I'm going to let the audience speak their puns rather than mine, because I can just go on you can get the ball rolling with me, and then after the first one, you're just going to be like, all right, this is bad. I'm done with this. I'm done with this show. This show sucks. I bet that's what you're thinking in the back of your head right now. You're like, dude, why am I even listening to this? I'm driving to work. What is going on with me right now? This is just, I'm working for this corporate job that doesn't even care about me. 10 hours to go. Only 40 more years. Isn't this great? Isn't this just grand? Oh, gosh, do I love car debt. Oh, gosh, do I love my credit. Oh, I love this mortgage. Yes, I need more of it. I need more of it. I need 2 more cats. Stat. Sorry, y'all. I'm going to be kind of taking it a little bit easier. Sorry if that spiked on the mic and you got that. I have a pretty bad sinus thing going on right now, because in the spring in Tennessee is something else, Trying to say that like a southern gentleman here, that the spring in Tennessee is not for the weak of heart, you may say. I don't know why I've just had the southern drawl on me for the past couple of days. It's been a mixture of accents. Is what happens when you are constantly listening to things. You never develop one personality. You just gravitate to so many others, and you just cling on to them. It's like those in government power. They just follow power like the wind, instead of ascending the mountain and being cut down halfway through and just starting all the way back at the bottom with someone else. Sisyphus was not just about eternal punishment. You can also use it in a political sense, like many people have back in the day. See what happens in this brain. See what happens on the pigeonhole. We go from calling women broads to talking about political tyrants coming up like Sisyphus. That's it. That's just me, That's the show, baby. That's the show. That's what we do. This is exactly what we do here. Dirty Pete is just on a roll. We got another one here. What is this? Cartoon running noise on my... Oh, she wants me to sound this out. How do I sound out a cartoon running noise? It's just like Mr. Krabs walking. She on my... It's a cuckoo clock until I... That's a pie splat right there. And then car horn. On my... That's supposed to be an anvil dropping noise. On my Tom and Jerry. Yow! Dude, I'm sorry. I can't scream right now. I know you guys want me to scream, but my throat is killing me. I can't scream right now. Plus, I'm also right now, and so I'm not recording from my usual place right now. I'm recording where there's other people around upstairs, and they're boomers. And they're going to wondering why I'm screaming Tom and Jerry right now. And they're going to come down and they're going to be like, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you recording? Why are you screaming? Are you all right? Are you okay? Okay. She on my ching ching to like her. Oh man, there's a lot of killer ones in this. Oh man. Are there any modern TV shows? Are there any modern sounds, creative sounds that are being used in kids shows? This is something I genuinely don't know. This is something I hope to find out within the next couple of years, months, years. Is, you know how there's the old car horn sounds, there's the sounds of Mr. Krabs walking, there's the iconic, just like the Looney Tunes, all of those sounds and those sound effects. Are there those in Bluey? Do those sound effects exist in modern cartoon shows? I don't even really know modern cartoons. Like, I know there's the Frog and Toad show. Does it exist in that? Or is it try to just remain to the old school, don't if it ain't broke, don't fix it mentality? I don't know. This is something that you have to submit into the Styles of Radio. This is something that I don't know. This is actually a benefit for learning opportunity for everybody, is that. So I guess we could figure it out. Oh, speaking of Looney Tunes, the next one, Porky Pig. I got to do this in a Porky Pig voice. Goodness, you're looking submissive and fertile. I'm going to do that one more time just so you can make it a soundbite. Goodness, you're looking submissive and fertile. There we go. I can't do Porky, dude. I can't really do many impressions. You guys give me so many impressions or prompts for impressions, and it just doesn't really work. Oh, speaking of Dirty Pete just walked in, the one to just send me the Porky Pig. You're looking submissive and fertile thing going on. So everyone give it a hand. Everyone give it a hand for the Dirty Pete. Dirty Pete's here. Yeah, everybody. Yeah. If you're still listening to this, I don't know what's wrong with you, but it's all right. No, I'm not going to criticize the audience. I'm not going to criticize the show. You can do what you want. This is a free country. We do not live in what's a non-stereotypical country that's under I guess authoritarianism. Gosh, I'm sorry, y'all. That spiked really loud. Sri Lanka, because they're under the invasion of China. It happens every single stream. I'm not doing it. What is this next one? Styles sent. It's a photo. It's on X. Who uses X? Why is X such a popular platform? It's just people that want attention. That's it. People that just like attention and just arguing. It's those argumentative people. That's all it is. That's all X is. I don't understand how someone will just log on to X and they're like, yeah, this is my addiction. Like, Instagram can make more sense because it's just more memes and it's just random. And I guess, I don't know, it's just a better format because, again, I will always say X is stupid for having the response of the post above the bottom. You need to have the original post first and then the response below it. But I digress. This is Childish Gambino and Drake. And then someone replied to it. Oh, Dom Mysterio. He responded, my deadbeat dad Ray and dumb sister Alina. Who the fuck cares? Dude, Rey Mysterio. Is he related to the Skywalkers? That's dumb. Rey Skywalker, Rey Mysterio? Come on. You had to piece it together. What? Ray Pisswalker. That's what my wife just told me. There we go. This is what you get. All right. Next one is another X post, and it's Midwest versus the rest. Most popular word used in online dating the most popular word used in online dating profiles by U.S. state. Missouri is... This is where I don't know where to find Missouri. Looking? Is that Missouri? Oh, no. Missouri's south of Tennessee and east of Louisiana. Right? Oh my gosh, dude, I'm blanking so bad on where Missouri is. Yeah, I think it is. Most popular word used in online dating. I'm just looking. What? Ohio's bonfires. For dating profiles, I think dating profiles are quite horrible, to be honest with you. And I understand that people have met those that are lovely in dating worlds, but dating apps are meant like social media. You're supposed to stay on them. Therefore, it embraces hookup culture and it embraces cheating culture rather than finding a common interest together or talking to somebody in person first. Because everybody is so antisocial these days, they're afraid to have a legitimate conversation with a stranger who may happen to turn out to be the angel of your life. You don't know. Instead, we're just gonna look at a bunch of. We're gonna judge. I'm gonna swipe through these women and judge them by race. That's what happens, pretty much. No, that woman's too fat. No, this woman's eyes are spread apart. No, this woman's too black. That's literally that's what online dating is. I want you to think of Blade Runner 2049 and how he designs his girlfriend. That's it. That's what dating apps are. You look at and you're scrolling through and you're like, I'm designing my girlfriend rather than actually getting to know her first. So, judging a book by its cover. That's really what it is. And I can already hear the objections to it. But what if you get to know them and they're really good? What if you get to know them and they're actually, you would never have had the opportunity to do it if you never would have done that? How about you just go outside? How about you have an interest in something, meet somebody with that interest and talk to them? But there's no other boys like me. Yeah, that's what you want. Have you ever considered not thinking about yourself all the time? That's just me. I don't know. I sound like a boomer right now, don't I? A cheeky boomer. A cheeky boomer. The next post is by Style, and this is a WWE event. I miss AJ and Cena, but not Goldberg. Yeah, that's a sign. There you go. I don't follow wrestling enough to really make a joke about that, so sorry. Sorry, Style. But Style did say he was listening to The Pigeonhole right now on WSR Radio, and Pidge said the last time he gambled on a fart and lost was at 19. Is this still accurate? Last time I gambled on a fart? No. I shit myself 2 years ago. When I was 23 years old, I was lying in bed and I gambled on a fart and I lost. It's that simple. So, to keep the track record going, ChatGPT is going to record this. I bet if you punch it into ChatGPT, we'll go into the files and say the last time the Pidge shit himself, he was 23, as per The Pigeonhole, episode 54. This is what happens. This is what happens. I really want you to think deep. When was the last time you cacka'd your I was about to say panties. What's a childish word for pants? Not trousers. Your bottoms. What's the last time you cacka'd your bottom? Ew, dude. That's like a Migos lyric. That's disgusting, bro. Oh, the last time you caca your beep. I don't even. What did I say? Bottoms? You caca your bottom. You caca your bottom. You caca your bottom. Your bottom. You caca your bottom. Your bottom. You caca your bottom. Your bottom. Your bottom. Your bottom. Your bottom. Your. That's it. It's just. I made Migos into a club. Into a club. That's not what they are. I don't listen to Migos. I don't listen to that friggin' trash. There we go. I lost all the Migos fans. What did you expect? What did you expect? I started this show talking about Southern agrarianism, and now you're going to be like, "Oh, I lost this guy at Migos." Get out of here. If you already lost, it's gone. Are you expected to get some PhD education out of me? No. You're not. I'm just a Joe. I'm just an average Joe in this world who makes stuff who just rambles on for 25 minutes on the internet, and y'all are just like, yeah, let's send more stuff to him. Let's just send more stuff. This guy that tries to stay off the internet, let's just send him a bunch of stuff. Let's just try to get this guy. Even though I do know about 6-7, and I know it's a rage bait, and y'all fall for it every time. Just saying. Okay, boomer. Next one. Drunkenly lost my wallet last night and woke up to this text. Someone said, "Hello, sir. I found your wallet. I go now to give police station at some avenue, and I pick you up there. I take $5 from wallet to buy hot dog. I am hungry, and you owe me. I save you. Have a good day." Probably Polak. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all my Polacks out there. I'm Polish. I can say it, y'all. Oh my gosh. How do you get a Polak? How do you get a one-armed Polak out of a tree, guys? You wave at him. There you go. That's a good one. What was he doing up there? Raking the leaves. That's a good one. That's a good Polak joke, isn't it? Just think about that. That's another one. That's an Uber message. A message from Christ. I have arrived. That's the guy's name is Christ. Arriving soon. Christ is arriving soon in a Hyundai Elantra. After arriving, they'll wait 2 minutes before charges begin for their time. That's a menacing, dude. That's perfect. If I ever do Uber, that's what I'm making my name on Uber. It's Christ. It could be Christ, like John Christ, the comedian, but it's spelled differently. Not Christ, but like Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior. You know, not the satanic corporations that rule this world, and they know it. And they know that we know it. And they're waiting for someone to do something about it. But will somebody do something about it? No. Unless somebody rises from the bottom and joins their ranks, learns from their ranks, studies among them, competes against them, comes out on top, climbs the mountain of power rather than chasing it like the wind, rally others against them. Who would that be? Not those sucked into their screens. Those that have a reliance on technology will die along with its batteries. Anyways, this is a hat. You're telling me a cis teen built this chapel? Dude, that's killer. That's killer. That's one of the best hats I've seen in a while. That's really good. Oh my gosh. That's killer. Oh gosh, I just heard a good joke and I can't remember what it is off the top of my head. See, you know, I'm not going to leave you guys in waiting. The next one is from Style. Have an ex with a warrant? We can't fix your love life, but we can help with outstanding warrants. Send us your whereabouts. We'll make sure they get a Valentine's Day visit. Remember, love fades, warrants don't. It's from the North Olmsted Police Department in Ohio. This episode is getting close to ending, and that's where we're going with that. Hey, hold on real quick. In the middle of the show, can I have a root beer? Thank you. That's what happens. All right. Next one is. Oh, dude. Style sent a. What is this? It's a CD. Koi Pond Simulator 2000. Is this real? Or is this AI? Because I sure hope it's real, dude. I want Koi Pond Simulator 2000. I don't think anybody out there doesn't want it. Except those Southern agrarians that stopped listening about 20 minutes ago. Guys, I'm a constitutionalist. I get it. Trump can't do everything that he wants. I believe that the powers should be limited toward the initial law of the Constitution, where the legislatives have their own powers and the executive and the judicials have their own powers. Checks and balances. Tariffs. That's what all this has been about. This is what all politics has been about. A rise in these executive powers. Many of the modern day Republicans, aka the Lincolnites, or the FDRs of Trump's administration, claiming that Trump can do whatever he wants. No, we cannot. Read the Constitution, yo. Read the Federalist Papers. Come on. Next one is from Style. My main issue with Master Chief fucks Cortana is if you read the Halo novels, you know that the spacesuit automatically jacks Master Chief off. That doesn't sound right, but I don't know enough about Halo to dispute it. That's not true. And if you want me to get in my Halo, no, it doesn't. It doesn't, because he has a catheter inserted and he does not get erect. I don't know. I think that's a myth, and I think that's just a joke, but I do not think the suit automatically jacks him off. I do not think he gets hard, because he is always focused on the mission. So, you're not going to do my boy Master Chief like that, and if I am wrong, I am willing to stay in Plato's cave on this one. Folks, I'm willing to stare at this shadow rather than being revealed the light that Master Chief gets hard. You know? And if you bring up the show, leave. Are you familiar with syphilis? It's another post. Who sent this? Style? Are you familiar with syphilis? Doctor asked. Guy goes, the hell does have some guy pushing down a boulder have to do with my Desretol? Speaking of Sisyphus, dude, I brought him up, and now we're talking about... Is that what the episode's going to be called here? The Sisyphus... this political Sisyphus? That's like a band name. Or an album name. That's killer. Anyways, I think we're wrapping up on this episode a little bit here. And Jake and Style are getting into another argument of if you had to guess how much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood. Bad take on but spoken like someone who doesn't want the smoke in Uno. If a woodchuck could chuck wood, I think that the wood would chuck as much as Jake Underwood. I'd beat you in Uno numerous times. The question about chucking wood, woodchuck would, how much would it, would, how many people, blah, 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 blah. And then a picture of George Bush right after that, which says, not a single mention in the Epstein files, no blackmail. He just bombed the Middle East for the love of the game. Yeah, he did. Yeah. And then we're going to end the episode with a shirt that will stir up the pot. It's a shirt that says Charlie Kirk didn't kill himself. Now watch this drive. That was a set. I want you to imagine this episode as a play, and that was Act 1. The curtains close into an interlude where the next part of the series we will be discussing Milton. We will be discussing Dante. We'll be discussing Shakespeare. We'll be discussing the Odes, Horace, Antigone. Instead, we talk about Epstein files. Instead, we talk about pee-pee jokes. Instead of discussing the Four Quartets by T.S. Eliot, we discuss 6-7. This is where the world has become. This is what has happened to the denigration of society through the devolvement of technology and reliance. Remember, those that rely on technology die along the batteries. This is the pitch. Signing off. Yeah, that was fun.
In the night, with the groove so bright, the pitch takes flight, shining his light. Tweets from the timeline, nonsense and glee, breaking it down, come vibe with me. Tweet of the week, it's never blink. Free like a leak, laughter's the goal, that's what we see. In the pigeonhole, let the laughter roll. Even Sanofsky, he's on a stroll. With ridiculous tweets, we're never alone. Join the Minute Cast and make it your own.
Preceding program is a StylesRebelRadio.com production.